Welcome to Heather's Do Vegas. I'm Heather Ashley.
I'm Heather Nicole. Welcome to Vegas. Nice to have you guys.
Good to see you. Nice shirt.
Same to you. Where'd you get it?
Uh, well, there's a story for that. I don't know if we share it today, but I don't know. We'll hang on to that one. We'll hang on to that.
Okay.
Um, but I will say quickly, it was inspired by the Tom and Tom Sandoval, Tom Schwartz from Vanderpump, and their lightning bolt. And I'll just leave it as a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Now that means there's two parts to the story. There's a Heather part and a Tom part.
Well, we have a lot to talk about today. Really excited. So we're covering, per usual, our pop culture, reality TV, not just Bravo. We have some other stuff to talk about. And what else? Our Vegas adventures. So hang on, that's at the end, and a special segment today. We're going to be doing a end of the season Vegas pool recap and recommendations. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We put the work in. The hours and hours in the sun.
The Lord's work is done by Heather and Heather.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
I'm out of sunscreen, glitter sunscreen. I gotta call it a wrap on the summer.
Yes, I think we need Kula to be our sponsor because we
Yeah,
do
right?
plenty of Kula.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump in to Heather's hot takes. I love this. I think women everywhere were smiling ear to ear. Women and gay men everywhere around the world were smiling ear to ear when we heard that Lenny Hochstein, almost ex-husband to Lisa from Real Housewives of Miami, kind of got dumped, I guess.
Or
Right?
played, it looks more like she was,
Mm,
having she had a side piece essentially.
yeah, yeah.
So
And did you see the picture of the two of them?
they're
The
twins.
the girlfriend, or sorry, I mean, Lenny was her name's Katharina, something like that. And you saw she had a picture of her and the new guy. They're on like a back of a boat kissing.
Yes, I saw that. I didn't get a good look at him. What does he look like?
Nothing special. Which
Oh,
I,
but you know
could
what
it
he
have
does
been
look
that
like
bad?
to me? Younger.
More her age.
He's younger. He might not be richer, but he's younger.
Yeah. I mean, oh well. So I'm sure. Yeah, Lisa's. She had a good weekend, I would say. Uh,
I don't remember seeing her at BravoCon. I've definitely we missed her. Maybe she wasn't there. I didn't see her at all.
I feel like we saw the Miami Housewives from afar. But they were on a panel or something, but we
We
never.
met we
We
met
hadn't.
Adriana and Gertie.
Oh, that's
It was
yes,
our
we did meet
first pair,
them.
remember?
That's right. We did. We did.
Yep.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yep.
Okay, I so you're more of a music fan than I am. Foo
Yes.
Fighters, Dave
Yes.
Grohl,
Mhm.
and you heard about Shenanigan, right? So he's having a baby, or
Yes.
had a baby with another woman.
So interestingly, I the last I there's this rumor on the in the Vegas universe that uh, Foo Fighters don't like playing Vegas.
Mm.
So they've only come, I want to say, like once in the last like 10 or 15 years. So the last time they came, they did a set at Park MGM, which is one of our favorite. Really good acoustics, easy to get in. So I actually went by myself, and I was standing on the floor, and I still to this day have friends from that show, and it was just my first time seeing him. It was on my bucket list. Phenomenal. He's phenomenal. But his daughter from I don't know who, it was his backup singer at the time. Now, I saw him with his drummer that's now passed. It was one of his last shows before the drummer passed. So it was quite an experience.
I heard that. Was the drummer also his brother, or did I hear that wrong?
No, no.
Okay, that
Very talented. They're
information.
both really very talented. I'm not surprised.
Strike
His
that from the
daughter,
record.
I'll have to show you a picture. His daughter, gorgeous. She was like just his backup singer, long blonde hair, super
Yeah,
cute.
I saw a picture of the family on a red carpet, and the wife's adorable, and yeah, his
Yeah.
girls are real cute. And what I actually, yeah, I say kudos from a marketing PR aspect in this whole situation. I mean, there's no better way to roll out, uh, a bombshell like like that the way he did it. I mean, that is PR
Own it.
101, textbook. He put it out there, and but it kind of leaves me wondering: is there something else going to come out? Because it's too good. It's almost like it's been rolled out so well. I'm kind of like, okay, what's
No, I
next?
think it just comes down to the number one rule. Who are the two men that should not be married? A famous man and a rich man. And he's both.
VMAs. Woo, girl, big night for you.
For me, I caught parts of it. I didn't catch all of it. Obviously, I was on East Coast time, so it was on at East Coast normal time. I mean, I saw the parts I think I needed to see. Taylor looked amazing.
I love
You
that
know,
yellow plaid thing
me
she had
too.
going on. So
I
cute.
was I was here for that. I didn't mind Sabrina Carpenter. You know me. The first thing I did the next day was look for her, how to do her makeup on Instagram, because that's what I liked. I didn't see a lot of the performances. So what do you think?
Like you, I caught snippets of it and I enjoyed it. My big thing is why do we have to push this narrative about UFOs and aliens? Like, you know, keep that out of.
Where did that come from?
Well, I mean, that's a hot topic that
I saw Brittany the next day going off on it. I mean, I liked Megan Thee Stallion's tribute to Brittany. I think Megan Thee Stallion is just
Britney
gorgeous.
Spears.
Yeah, Brittany really went off on her Instagram about why she was kissing an alien. She's like, she should have kissed a girl, duh.
It made no sense to me, and it's just a ridiculous thing to be pushing out there. And I think about the youth, and they're probably just like, WTF? Can't we just watch? Can't just put on a good show and sing and dance and shake your ass? Like,
I think
why
they
do we?
love Sabrina Carpenter. I think she can do no wrong
No, she's adorable.
to that
But
age
it
group.
didn't just end with that. Didn't you notice Taylor Swift's dress? She had this little spaceship,
Yes.
right, the sequiny one, and then when she changed and went to the after party, she had some other UFO nonsense going on.
Right, but what I've read about that is everything Taylor does is an Easter egg, so that's some homage to either she's going to record whatever album she has left she hasn't recorded, or something else.
Or she's going to be abducted by aliens.
Maybe.
Swift
Whatever. If she can do the skit from SNL, and when she's like, well, they came down from Earth and one of them was in my cooter while I was doing my hoochie coochie. That's the only skit they break. They break and they laugh.
Yeah. I thought Megan Thee Stallion was fun. I liked her little made fun of, she did some nods. And I did like that Sabrina Carpenter wore the dress that Madonna wore to the Academy Awards. I always like those. Those are fun throwbacks. Like, that's the kind of thing
Yes.
we need.
Put the same dress back on. Yep. Pay it forward. Sustainable fashion.
The
Sustainable $10,000 dresses. Wear that $15,000 dress over.
Anyone wants to regift a $10,000 dress?
I know. We'll wear it again.
I will proudly wear it on this show. No problem. Okay. It was a good show though. I did enjoy it. And all right. So moving on to our Bravo bites and reality bites. Housewives of Orange County. So we saw the gals pack up and go to Napa for Heather Dubrow's. She's involved with this family equality organization. So they were up in Napa supporting her. And the weirdest thing I saw going on in that episode was, so she does this collaborate, right? We all know Heather Dubrow's, she loves champagne. They call her, Champs Dubrow. That's, it's like her brand. And so she decided she's going to collaborate with this organization, and they did 4 champagnes that are after her 4 children, were named after them / however you put together a champagne after your child. I guess that's what they did. And I just thought that was so bizarro. I mean, I don't know why you would do that. I mean, they're not even, first of all, they're not 21, which I guess is neither here nor there, but it's not, I mean, it's kind of an odd thing to do. It just really, I don't know, struck me strange. What did you think of that?
I mean, we should have looked to see if they were for sale, because it could have just been for that one limited, event, which would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the resounding running theme for the last 2 or 3 years of this show is you don't mess with Heather. Like when Heather gets mad, it like reverberates throughout the whole rest of the episodes. And that doesn't apply to every Heather. But I just don't think you mess with her. I definitely think that Emily was visibly upset with what she had to wear, and I kind of agreed with. It was weird.
Yeah,
She
and
did
then
put
that
her in some weird clothes.
the fashion show, they put on a fashion show as one of the events, and I'm like, where's the fashion in this fashion show?
Right.
Um,
You
but
can't have a product that you won't use yourself.
I can't, but I don't want to get too be too an organization, a charity, and so good for them. Shannon, though, I mean, ooh, this is she is truly a well-schooled housewife, where she's been holding on to the photo of her after her DUI accident, right? She has the blood running down her face. She could have shown this picture. What are we on, episode 4? She could have broke out that photo and showed everybody, but she saved it because she learns about John threatening with these videos that he has of her from that night and exposing her, and he's being difficult with the payback of the $75,000 for her facelift. Perfect timing to break out the photo from that night, and pretty much she insinuates and pretty much puts it out there that she sent that photo to him shortly after she got into the accident, and then was arrested, or at some point, maybe it was the next day, and he did not respond to her. Somebody said to her, "Oh, couldn't he have heard the accident? It was just a short distance from his house." Again, putting him in a bad light, that he didn't reach out to her, didn't care, and just makes him look bad. And it works.
I mean, yes and no. My sympathy for her is waning a little because of the way she talked to Alexis at the end. So I think exactly what you said is true. She's a true good housewife. She knows what she's doing, and off camera she is totally different. So I think she's probably a handful.
No doubt. Okay, Dubai. The reunion. They had all red looks. What'd you like the best?
I did not like Lisa's. I thought it was weird because it was a darker shade of red. I liked both Caroline's. They were my favorite. Caroline Stanbury looked amazing. I thought she could have used different earrings, like maybe a red earring. Iman was true Iman. Who would wear that? Where would you ever wear that? Good for TV. And then Caroline Brooks had the cut up. Was it the other one that had the cut up, high low? It was gorgeous.
I liked Talene. I thought she looked
Talene. It might have been Talene.
Really pretty. Yeah, she looked great. I generally like her, like everything she's got going on. I'm a fan. I definitely like her the best of all of them. And I think her and her husband and her little family is really cute.
She would have been a good addition on the first season.
Yeah. I'm glad they revamped Dubai, and they've got a pretty good thing going.
Yeah. But keep in mind, that was like way last year, so that was shot before we saw them.
Was it? Oh, wow.
Yes.
See, and I hate that, looking back to our experience at BravoCon, and we would have enjoyed meeting them so much more had we seen some of these episodes. It's just hard to fangirl out on somebody you don't know.
Because you remember we missed it on the first day. There was a preview at the end for the next season.
Okay. Yeah,
Preview for season 2.
that's right. They
We
did
just couldn't
tease it there.
walk there. It
Yeah.
was too far.
Long weekend for us.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into the juiciest reality show out there, I think. And all right, so it's the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. You watched,
I watched
and what do you think?
2 episodes, just blown away. I mean, they embody what is happening with that women that age, where they are, the lashes with the long hair, because they all almost look identical. It's definitely a different generation because they've all had children and they're all in their early. And then you have, the one outlier. I think her name's Taylor.
They're Mormon,
That
so
alleges
that's culturally how they roll.
with the
Yeah,
hair
no, I know.
extensions though.
With the hair extensions, yeah, and a lot of booty shaking. I know. I was laughing because as you're watching and they're introducing each girl, and there's like I don't know, 10 of them. It's a handful, and they're sitting kind of in their confessional, and it's like, hi, my name's Lacey, and I'm 24. I have 3 kids, and I'm divorced. I was married for 10 years. I'm like, what?
I saw that one. Okay, let me clarify. So here's what I'm saying. You're 24, right? It looks like they don't wear any makeup. They just have the lashes, which is a whole other thing. But if you're picking up a baby, the first thing you're going to do is pull your hair up. And if you've worn extensions, it breaks your hair when you pull it back. So if you're pulling up a newborn and you got a toddler and you got all that heavy hair pulled back, you either have help picking up those kids or you're not picking up those kids, because it'll literally break all the hair off your head. And they have it down to the back of their top of their jeans.
Yeah, it's a lot of hair. That's got to be heavy.
It's a lot.
I'm 2 episodes in, and
Same.
for all these kids we're hearing about, I don't see one holding a kid.
Well, they must have signed something where the kids can't be. Yeah, I haven't seen a single kid either.
So that's how they can have extensions, because they're not holding the kids.
I'm just saying, there's the one that has the short hair. I'm like, someone's smart here. She's actually picking them up, because even pulling it back breaks your head. I don't have extensions on, by the
way. So in the show, it seems as though they're creating these 2 teams. The Taylor, who's really the one that became, I think, most famous because she had the domestic violence issue, and then admitted to the soft swapping. And then Whitney, who is also one of the founders of the Mom Talk, and she's, I love how she claimed, she moved to Hawaii for a few months to get away from the scandal that Taylor created, and then she comes back and talks about her husband being on dating apps, and is it dating apps and he's addicted to porn, or
I thought it was Tinder and the porn addiction, but if she believes that he just talked to them.
We're like, girl, no.
The hair extensions clearly pulled something down. Nope. People are forward on Tinder. I was on Tinder for like a brief period of time. It was lots of pictures, very aggressive people looking for one thing.
So he claiming that he would go on Tinder just to get girls to send naked photos?
Something like that, but it's just too easy to say why.
Do that on Tinder?
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me. I mean, they should block that feature, but
okay. Well, when we're done, you can try that out. report back.
I would have to log back in and make a new account. I'm willing to.
Just don't use my name. But I'm kind of at first I was struggling with the show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. And then it was pulling me back in. I'm gonna stick with it. They
Yep.
they released. I don't know if is that the whole season that they've released, or is it it's
I'm only
broken
on
into half
episode
and half?
2.
Okay, because they've released all of the season, I guess, and then perhaps they're gonna do something else. But all right, we'll find out. Um, okay, so we had a good time last weekend. We told you we were going to the UNLV home opener football UNLV football home opener on Saturday, and we did. Make sure you check out our Instagram and our TikTok because we'll post photos from the event and probably some silly videos. But we had a great time. They won. They won big. They are undefeated right now. And, like I was mentioning, Allegiant Stadium is awesome. It's a great venue. We were down in the Capital One Club, so we were able to walk out almost field level behind the team and watch and cheer them on, and just check them out and tight
It was
weather.
actually really cool because we got to talk to a lot of locals, which doesn't always happen in Vegas. It's always out of towners, so it was really cool to actually see some people we knew, and not see local or tourists in a rush, if you will. Tourists are always in a rush.
Yeah,
It
and
was
that's a
really cool.
great it is a great place to mix, rub elbows with with people around town, and it's fun too because you run into people that if you went to school there you haven't seen in many years, and or people maybe used to work with. So it was a good time. We really enjoyed that, and so we wanted to talk about something fun this episode. Since it is end of summer, we thought it would be cool. We have done tour of duty to many pools, not only this summer but really, throughout our time here in Vegas. And so we thought perfect timing to do an end of season Vegas pool recap. And there are many pools in this city, so I thought to just condense it down, we're going to give you the best of, and we're going to talk about 3 off strip properties and then 3 on the strip resort pools. And so first up, we'll start with our locals. Green Valley Ranch in Henderson. So we were there a few times and have been there many times over the years, but in particular this summer we did go a few times. And Heather, what do you like most about GVR pool?
I mean, obviously you can kind of tell that for me I like talking to locals, so it was very chill, and the opposite of chill at the same time, because most of the time it was over 110. So it's just nice because you can just get in the pool and you can chat, and you can order food or drinks from where you're sitting, or if you're in the water. It's just very chill. It's no pressure. It's a real, if you just want to be with your friends and spend time with your friends, it's perfect. Unless there's kids jumping in. That's going to happen anyway. What did you
Yeah,
like about it?
it's a great pool. I like that it's very resort feel. They did redo these are just like little things I noticed, but they make a difference. They have really comfortable chairs and day
Mm-hmm.
beds, and they redid the upholstery, or they updated all their furniture, and it's beautiful. But it's a great pool because it's kind of free form. They have a beach entry on one area
Mm-hmm.
with sand, and typically, yeah, all the kids like
Which
hanging
is
out
crazy
in
because you
that
can't
area.
feel the sand in the pool.
Hmm. And then they have kind of like a tanning bed section with chairs that lay in the water, so you could do that. And, they've got some great day beds that are really close by. It's affordable, and locals can go for a small fee, or you just rent one of the day beds, and that automatically, gets you admission into the pool. And
But they should do it. They usually do an F&B credit instead of just a fee which is nice.
yes, I'm glad you brought that up, because strip properties, they're going to charge you for the cabana or the day bed, and then you're paying for that, and then on top of and then food and beverages on top of that. Whereas with GVR and the they use that rental fee as a credit toward your food and beverage.
Your total bill. Yep.
Yeah, so it turns out to be a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the cabanas up on the upper level, and then they do have a small adults only area called the pond,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a little more lively area. So yeah, all in all, I mean, it's one of my favorite pools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up is Durango Station. So that's the new station's casino property, and their pool area is attached to, and from my understanding, is a part of the Bel Air restaurant. So it's not technically the hotel pool. I won't get into that, but it's beautiful. Obviously, brand new. They have some great outdoor bar areas, and the cabanas. They had over the summer they were doing like a Friday night DJ happy hour situation. So that was a lot of fun. Have you been to that one?
I have not. I'm actually supposed to go in 2 weeks,
Okay.
unless we go to another game. So that's on my list to go.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's great. It is a little bit of a smaller pool, but that makes sense because the hotel and the property is a little bit on the smaller side. So Red Rock is our next one. That's also, these are all stations properties: Green Valley
Mm-hmm.
Ranch, Durango, Red Rock. So Red Rock, that's a really big pool area. I enjoy that one. I always notice the water is cold, and whenever I talk to other people,
Interesting.
yeah, that's everyone comments about that. And it's like disturbingly a little chilly. I don't know why they do that, but it's a great area. No sand beach on that one. And they do have some different little pools right off of some of the cabanas. So if you're renting a cabana, you get your own little private pool.
Mm-hmm. Just a different vibe. It's nice. I can't remember if Red Rock has a DJ. I don't think so, right?
I've never seen one there.
So it's just, if you could want to chill and just, like I said, spend time with your friends, it's perfect. Highly recommend.
Yeah, recommend that too. That won't not my first recommendation, but it is a good one. All right, so on the strip we have three on the strip properties we're going to talk about. The first one, Fountain Blue. What did you think of Fountain Blue this summer?
I thought it was gorgeous. I think we had a great time. Everyone keeps talking about how lovely the property is. It's decorated in like this peacock blue and gold everywhere. Like the theme runs even throughout the pool. I thought the pools were. It was a little weird that they were disconnected. So you had a pool that had chairs around it, and some cabanas, instead of it being one cohesive pool where you could talk to more people essentially. But then again, you're on the strip, so there's not a lot of locals. So it's just a different vibe. There was a
Yeah.
DJ there. It wasn't too loud, so we could still hear each other talk, which was really nice. But we went to that one before it was too hot, so it was like perfect.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't mind the separated pool situation, and they even, because they have a main pool section, and then they have some offshoot pools. So you have to walk around to really see everything that's there. Don't just
Mm-hmm.
stop at the one pool. They have a bar in the center, and then from there, they have all the pools are surrounding. They have Live, which is they have a day club and a nightclub. So there's the day club is out there. I think that's just where they have a separate DJ and guest DJs there.
It was a little congested to walk around, though, I have to say. The chairs were kind of
Yeah,
tightly packed.
It was a little congested. I will say that. The cabana was nice. We did do a
Mm-hmm.
cabana one day, and that was nice. And yeah, we were actually was hoping we could see James Kennedy DJ'd a
You
couple
and me
times.
both.
We missed him, but maybe next summer. So yeah,
Yep.
uh, that was a good experience. Okay, Resorts World. It's another favorite.
I love this one too. We actually haven't stayed there this summer, but it was just so nice, so easy to get down to the pool, not as congested. One giant pool instead of a bunch of smaller ones, so it was kind of easier to talk to people, easier to see people from where you were at. It's just, I like that one too. I like the rooms there. I like the vibe. I like the options, meaning there's just so many restaurants, there's so many bars. But yes, I really like that pool experience. They did have an adult pool that was kind of off to the side by itself, so that was kind of nice if that's what you're looking for too. But there wasn't a lot of kids there, so it wasn't a big deal.
And they have a separate kids oriented pool, which helps too to
Oh yeah.
keep them entertained. And yeah, I like the adult pool area at Resorts World, and they have a pool that's on like ground level, and then you walk down. They have an infinity pool
Mhm.
below in the adult area, and that's nice too. And the vibe is really good. There's the great bar. We sat there. We ate that one day,
Mhm.
and that was yeah. The food's fantastic,
Mhm.
and the service is really good. But it's one of those where there's kind of something for everybody
Mhm.
at Resorts World.
Yep.
And especially, so if a pool is important to you, I would definitely recommend, any of these places we're talking about.
Mhm.
But Resorts World is nice. And it's always nice when it's a little bit newer. They're, a few years old now. And yeah, Venetian slash Palazzo. I was going to talk about Wynn, but I that's a great pool. But I actually enjoyed the Venetian Palazzo, and I put them together because you can access both of the pools no matter which hotel you stay at. So we stayed at Palazzo the one time, and I automatically was assuming that because the Palazzo Tower is newer, that the pool would be newer, more, kind of like a more
Mhm.
modern vibe. But it was the exact opposite. It looked like they refurbished, and not anything. I don't mean it in a bad way. It just has kind of that more, kind of European stone look about it.
Mhm.
And then when you go over to the Venetian side, it has just a little more modern vibe to it. But it is nice, so you can access both, and just gives you a whole nother atmosphere. Um, to highly recommend. Yeah, Venetian Palazzo. That was a good experience. Definitely check that out.
This also means that we're leaving out Cosmo. You
Yeah,
got to be in a party frame of mind for that one.
for the Cosmo.
And no room, nowhere to put anything, even if you're staying there.
Yeah, and that's why I've avoided staying there in the summer, because
Mhm.
I've only been to the pool area in the winter when it's transformed to an ice rink.
Yeah.
But yeah, from what I can see and what I've heard, the Cosmopolitan pool is it's a small area, and you know I, why I mean they have limited real estate, so I can kind of understand. And historically the Cosmopolitan was not built and meant to be a resort, a hotel. It was actually built as condo residences. And
Mhm.
so you know so if you look at it through that lens, you kind of can understand certain things, and why that's
Mhm.
why they have balconies. No, the strips hotels don't have balconies, but they have
Yes.
balconies because they were meant to be residences.
Mhm.
Um, but overall, we love that property. That's a great hotel, fun restaurants, great bar vibe, the whole thing.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah,
Fun, fun, fun.
fun, fun, fun.
We haven't
Um,
been there in a while. We'll have to go back.
yeah, yeah. I know we always make our way there kind of a little more in the wintertime. for some reason. But all right, well that does it for us. We can't wait to see you next week. But in the meantime, you are going to need more Heathers in your life so you can enjoy us 24/7 on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Oh, and please do. I'd love to hear from anybody about maybe a place you'd like us to check out, to review, something to talk about, in our Vegas Adventures segment. So let us know. And until then, don't do anything we wouldn't do.